I'm 12.
Welcome in, everybody.
I'm 20.
We'll just tell them you're delusional from being sick.
Right. It works.
All right, sharing links, and then we'll get into some stuff. X we go. Really, Tam?
Yes.
You missed it, dude. Ow, 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 ow. It's up here behind me. Tangy's chasing after the flies.
That's funny.
The cats are, well, the farmers are out spreading manure. So
Manure.
flies are everywhere.
Yeah.
Next in here.
Alright. How many more days until the 28th? 8. I think.
What was that?
The 28th.
7. Today's the 21st.
Oh, I was wrong. Yay. Finally, I was wrong in something. Ugh. Ugh.
Alright, let me see here. Meow. Brady. There's that Simba.
Oh, that's Brady.
Meow. Tim's all excited. Hi, Fluffers.
Hello, hello.
Hey, what's up, Yeti?
Oh, not
Hi, Eddie.
much. Another day. Same
Another
shit.
dollar in debt.
Yeah, pretty much. Fill in the blank.
Pile on Dad now.
Huh?
Really, Whiskers?
Yes. Let's see the balls.
He's giving them to you in a second here if you can find a way to get on top of me.
Huh.
There they are. Oh, he put his tail back down. Ow.
You trying to tell us something, Chris?
Yeah, he likes balls.
I got a lot of balls here. Those are all male cats on me. Bunch of freaking weirdos.
Okay. That's
All right. Hey, Daniel. Daniel said, should I do the truffle shuffle till people get here?
Yes.
Sure.
Only if I send you a link and you do it on camera.
No, I told him. I said yes. You have to
So,
do it. Oh.
What are...
No.
Dude, he is not a female. You are not going to get the kind of cream that you want out of him.
Ew, dude. Why the fuck?
Well, you asked Casper why he keeps trying to suck on Whiskers.
I didn't ask.
I said, I told you to ask him why. Poor Whiskers comes up here just to lay down and hang out, and freaking Casper comes up and attacks him. You've been weaned a long time ago, dude. I hate to see what Callie does to him if he tries to go after her again after she has kittens.
Oh, she will smack the pituitary out of him.
She'll beat his ass. Yeah, I got you on Tange, yes. Sorry,
Oh,
bud. I didn't mean to
shit.
make you jump down. So,
Alright.
welcome in, everybody. Good to see you. Have a good day, hopefully. You're having a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful day here if the wind would just stop for the heck of it right now.
The wind is still going here. Fuck. I'm
Hi,
tired
Thomas.
of it.
Thomas said good afternoon, Elmo, Chris, Yeti, and Jamie.
Hey.
Hello. I'm sick. Yay.
Yeah. Cora's sick. Jamie's sick. Who else did I put in the...
Goat. Cindy.
Yeah, Cindy went for a second opinion on her ankle today. And Cora's sick, so keep them in your prayers, please. We're going to talk about boats here in a minute once we get some more people in here. I don't want to have to repeat it more than once or twice, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But
Oh,
our boats is in some pretty rough shape today. If you're on the Discord, you might already know what I'm talking about because I did post it on there.
Yeah, I saw that. I'll let you talk about it now.
that's what he's trying to say.
Yep. But I'm trying to get people to go to the Discord too, so I should share a link to join.
What a grifter! I'm just kidding.
Yep. Except grifters actually make money. I don't make money off of this.
Right.
Simba.
Two really big people showed themselves to be grifters here, and as of late, and I was really disappointed. I knew the one was kind of, but I was disappointed in the other one. Thomas said he told y'all to stop licking doorknobs.
Well, I was licking cat balls. Look what they got.
But
Simba is going to be loving this toy here in a minute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the one that she tries to yank in her teeth. The tinkle one.
Yeah.
So.
You need some scissors over there.
Hey. Oh, it's good that you got the scissors.
Yeah, I do have scissors here somewhere. Well, I did. I wonder if
it's important to have a pair of scissors.
Where the hell did he move my scissors to?
Oh, right.
Dad's been out here hanging out to get out of the house for a little bit. And he's moving shit around on me.
Check your tail feathers.
No, not at everything, you moron. At every one.
More toys. And Simba.
Right, so,
Simba.
Meow, meow. Nice. They'll have them feathers ripped out in no time.
Oh, look at them right now.
So, alright, so Boats is in emergency surgery right now. He got infection in his stimulator when they put it in. That's why he's been in so much pain, and they've had to keep him medicated and knocked out for the most part. I don't know if they're going to just take it out. I'm guessing they're probably going to keep him in the hospital because, from my understanding, they have to keep that open to clean it out and disinfect it and get rid of all the infection that's in there. Unless they put some kind of a drain tube in to let the infection come out. But then he runs the risk of them not being able to put the stimulator back in. So, as soon as I know what's going on, I'll let everyone know. That way. But yeah, just what I was told, because I was told that I have to be very, very careful with infection. If I get infection anywhere in my body, it can end up in one of my joints that were my replacement joints. It can end up in my, my spinal cord stimulator. It can end up in one of my fusions. And if that happens, they have to go in, pull out they would have to take out both the knee replacements, both hip replacements, the spinal stimulator, and the fusion, and completely wait until I was infection free. They would have to either disinfect or get all new parts, and then put them back in once I'm cleaned up. Now, I would have to be put into an induced coma while that happened, because I mean, let's be honest, that's too much pain for anybody to be in.
Right.
I don't think any kind of medication would help with that. But yeah, I'm kind of worried about him.
He seems tough. I'm sure he'll pull through.
Oh, I'm sure he will. He's one of them
Doesn't mean you can't
old
be
school
worried, though.
Navy,
Oh,
old
sure.
school Navy fuckers, you know.
I mean, he's got more sperm in him than anything else because of a Navy fuck. Being Navy.
Uh-huh.
Getting he's done.
Semen.
Hey, I had to. He wouldn't expect me other.
I call
He
him
wouldn't
deck
expect me as deck lickers.
Yeah.
He was over in the Mediterranean when that whole thing happened in the 80s with the plane hostages in Lebanon.
Oh, really?
And
Let go. Sorry.
yeah, apparently, I think they said he ended up in a minefield
Yes.
that they were told was cleared, but then apparently somehow they got out there unseen and undetected and put new mines out the night before. One of the other ships that was there actually did hit a mine and was disabled, and they had to wait for a minesweeper to come and hook up to the mines and pull them away and detonate them away from the ships until they could actually maneuver to get out of harm's way. So, yeah, I mean, that had to have been a scary situation to be in.
Oh, I'm sure. And their what was it? Biological agent alarm kept going off all
Yeah,
night.
that's what he was saying.
Yeah.
Brady, are you having fun, buddy?
Did you see that video I posted waving that survey flag in front of my cat?
No, I think I missed that one. Where's that at? Is it on
It's
Discord under?
He already ripped the feather out. Right in front of you guys, too. No. Bless you, Brady.
I got one of those with the suction cups. You're supposed to be able to attach something. I can't get it to attach anything in my house.
I didn't have anything in my fucking hands, and I pretended to throw something, and Brady looked at my hand and all the way over on the other side of the apartment. Thanks
Wow.
for the entertainment, cat.
Aha, here we go. Here's what Yeti's talking about.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
Ah.
She was having a good old time.
I love when cats play like that, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, gets your dopamine up and makes you feel happy for once in your life.
I think it's if you're going to have a cat, it's important. I think it's important to have two, at least two, so they can play with.
Yeah.
Thomas said, I was told by a doctor in Afghanistan, you're a crusty old sergeant. Here's some ibuprofen. Thanks, Doc. Let's see if I can get Fluffy to play.
Rip some dirt on it.
I got Simba looking or trying to play for the toy now. I gotta be careful, though. She's actually got claws.
Whiskers, let go. Come here if you want to play. Come on. Come on, Whiskers. Fluffy's just like, are you serious, dude?
No, fuck off.
That's what he's saying, pretty much.
Cats are weird.
They are, but they're so fucking cute.
Mm-hmm.
So I was told by the original orthopedist that I used to go see for my knees when I was a kid
Uh-huh.
that he didn't want to do surgery on me because I was too young to have the surgeries. He said if something was torn, I'd go take care of it.
Right.
Well, here, if he would have went through and did just one simple surgery, it would have made my life so much better. Here, when I took and dislocated my kneecap, which I do not suggest doing, it is not fun. It is a bitch. But playing basketball in gym class, I fell, and when I went to get up, they instruct you now they tell you that you're supposed to get on your knees first and then crawl up. Well, I didn't do that. I started getting up sideways, and someone else fell right on the outside of my right knee.
Mm.
And my
Ouch.
whole knee just buckled sideways. My kneecap ended up on the inside of my leg.
Ouch.
And me being my dumbass self, I jump up and I start trying to run to get back into the play, and right down I went, and I'm like, fuck.
Damn.
And a friend of mine yelled over to the teacher, like, hey, I think Chris needs to go to the nurse. And I'm like, I think Chris needs to go to the hospital. And like, hey, Fred, how you doing, buddy?
All right.
Fred.
So,
I'm
just
sick.
telling one of my stupid stories about how I dislocated my kneecap in high school. So, instead of telling the kid to go get a wheelchair and have
y'all
him
hang on a
down,
minute. I'll be right back.
all right, buddy.
Damn phone.
But instead of telling the kid to go get a wheelchair and, wheel me down, he says, well, walk down with him. I can't walk, dickhead.
That is the answer. That is what you tell the kid if you're going to the nurse.
Well, I ended up getting up, and one kid on either side of me had my arms over their shoulders, which they had to have loved because I was all sweaty, dude. Gym class, and they're just tall enough that they like fit right into my armpits.
Damn.
They were probably never happier to get into a shower.
Right.
Thomas said many doctors don't give a shit about quality of life. It's all about insurance that dictates and money.
Welcome back, Fred.
Thank you.
Welcome back, bud. So now this same teacher, I got to listen to him get his ass reamed out because as I'm still healing from that same injury, I have a doctor's note from my orthopedic that I'm not allowed to take part in gym class.
Right.
And they gave me some other things that I could do, like I could ride a stationary bike slowly, stuff like that.
Right.
Doctor or the teacher comes up to me one day and says, so next week you have to stay after school and run the mile, or I'm going to fail you for the marking period." Okay. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to do. Am I supposed to run it? I didn't want to fail because I'm already in trouble with the school. I'm already staying until like 8 o'clock at night just to make sure I get all my detentions done so I can graduate. And so I'm just like, F it, I'll just go run it. So I go down and I'm running, and I'm hurting, dude. There's numerous times I'm just like, I just want to stop. And some friends of mine, they had already finished. Some of the kids in my class were like running sub-7s in the mile. And I had been working on mine, so I was kind of pissed off that I didn't get my best time that year. But I still did a sub-9 mile on a fucked up knee. And that's only because my friends came back and ran the rest of it with me. And they had to help me up to the nurse. I mean, they literally had to I'm hopping with them helping me. And I get into the nurse's office and they're like, "Why are you still at school?" I'm like, "I had to run the mile." She's like, "You what?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Mr. Anderson said I had to run the mile or he was failing me." She said, "You hold on a second." Now, the nurse's office is right beside the principal's office. And the next thing I know, I hear over the loudspeaker, "Mr. Anderson, please report to Mr. Murphy's office." Mr. Murphy was the principal. And I hear the nurse just freaking berating him. "If you ever tell a student that has an excuse that they're not supposed to take gym, that they have to do something like this," she said, "I'll report you for child abuse."
Goddamn right.
I'm like, I guess maybe I should have came and talked to her before I ran the mile.
Right.
But my orthopedic was pissed with him.
Oh, I'll bet. Guy must have been trained at Fort.
Thomas says, "Hi, Fred."
I don't know when exactly Fort Campbell went sour, but probably wasn't back then.
How you doing, Fred?
I'm doing.
That's good. Probably better than me right now. I'm sick as a dog.
I hear it's going around.
Woof woof.
Don't give it.
Yep, that's
Make you
you.
want to eat grass and drag your butt across the carpet.
Yep. Well,
Met my getting sick quota for the next year.
Well, the only place you could have got it was at the VA, I think. So.
I'll see the VA.
I sent that.
Good luck with that.
I sent that picture of the wall up at the clinic to my dad, and he called them commies.
I think you should send it to Pete Hegseth on X.
Yeah.
Say, hey, why are your pictures not up on the wall?
I've finally got the email for the secretary of the VA.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm gonna toss that in there when I send them my the issues I've been having.
Mom's getting new tires on the front of her van. She wanted me to go along. If I would have went along, we wouldn't have been doing a show this afternoon. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Fair enough.
I don't need to go and sit in their uncomfortable chairs. I can sit in my own uncomfortable chair
Bro,
at home.
you ain't fucking lying.
Cars are expensive as shit, man.
Right now they are. What y'all need to do? Well, obviously there's more involved, but what y'all need to do is see if you can't find any states nearby, bordering y'all that or within a reasonable range that are having a what did my dad call it? It's a
Where they sell off their vehicles that they're getting rid of.
there's a term for it. It's basically a distressed market. Meaning they have more cars than they can sell.
Oh, definitely.
And you
People
can
aren't
get
paying the prices they want at this point. They're tired of it.
Absolutely.
For a V6 Ford F-150 base, nothing extra on it, they're trying to get over 50 grand.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. I bitched enough when I paid 15 grand for what I got now. And
Bro,
they bitched even more because I paid cash.
did you see what what is she called? The head of the Department of Education?
Linda McMahon.
The
Well,
bitch.
yeah. But what's her title?
She's the
Bitch.
head of
Doctor.
Department of Education.
Okay.
She's like doctor.
Did you hear what she had to say about Trump dismantling it?
No.
What?
She said the loquacious equivalent of good riddance.
Pretty much. Well, think about it. What good is it doing? We're throwing all this money at it, and we've got kids that 90 or over 50% of the kids in our country are not literate in math, science, or reading in
Yeah.
this
They
country.
can't read or write. It's
Proficient.
essentially where it's getting at.
And that's ridiculous. And their answer all the time is just throw more money at it, throw more money at it.
Yeah.
And that's not fixing the damn problem.
Brady.
First off, the first people that I blame for this are parents. If you are that not involved in your kid's life and your kid's schooling, that you don't know that your kid is not proficient at reading or doing math, then that's a failure on your part.
Well, to an extent, it starts out there, absolutely. But then, when obviously it was far too late by the time they noticed what was actually happening to do anything, but
Brady,
they get called
stop it.
domestic terrorists when they try and follow the process, go to the board meeting and do it officially, and then once the board shouts them down and kicks them out, they have no other recourse.
Well, you have to get lawyers
Because
involved at that point.
what if you can't afford lawyers? What if
There's
a
always
lawyer
community aid.
decides
There's community.
profitable enough for them?
There's if you can't afford a lawyer, there are legal services that are provided by lawyers for free or reduced cost. Like here where I live, it's Penn Legal. You call. I know they have them in Texas because
I hadn't been able to get any of them to do anything.
Okay.
What's that?
What were you saying, Chris?
I was just saying that if you can't afford a lawyer, You can get a hold of if you get a hold of me, I'll help you find the places. Here, let me find the one for Texas.
Oh, I've talked to him, dude. I've called them all.
7-Up.
7-Up.
Mm-hmm.
7-Up, woo!
Heads down 7-Up. The point I was making is the system is severely stacked against them now. It wasn't when it all started. They could have put an end to it before it even started. But now the system's so stacked against the parent, it's ridiculous.
What the hell? I don't want to talk to somebody. I want to share the link. Link. Miss thing. That's what you wanted, huh? Oh,
How's
I don't
that
want your
cat's
ass
ass
in my
taste,
face.
Chris?
I was about to say, I don't want your cat ass in my face here. Thank you.
Just give her a little tongue. It'll be all right.
No, it won't. I don't like it that hairy.
That's what she said.
Shave it.
Which is unfortunate for you and me, being a Yeti and a Sasquatch.
Right?
Well, you two
Woo!
do kind of go together.
Is there
So
a ceremony?
there's
I just thought of that scene from Home Improvement. Hey, I don't go in for that sort of thing. They had that
it's
black.
on
They had
Look,
that black guy.
Jamie had to mute out. She's laughing so hard. I think she peed. I
Oh,
think she
awful.
peed just a little.
so Weatherford Street in Fort Worth is the closest legal aid to you. It's
Yep.
Legal Aid Northwest Texas.
I've talked to them. They won't touch it.
Really?
I mean, I've got a whole list of nobody. No, during the whole process, not one person has ever tried to argue that my constitutional rights were not violated. It's just, much like with the efforts of the teachers union when it comes to public school. Uh, it's the they don't care what we have to say. The colloquial we. I don't have kids. It's not a me problem, but it is a problem, and it's detrimental to our country and its values.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, we're losing our values over time.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
Welcome back,
yeah,
Jamie. Are you done
I
having a
took
coffee fit
medicine.
now?
I took
Okay.
medicine.
Go ahead.
What's nice and for?
Uh, Jamie's
Huh?
the one that made the funny face,
What
but
is?
I'm got a hair on my tongue.
Yeah, Tylenol, cold and
Well,
sinus. Or cold and flu. Ugh,
oh,
it's gross.
Oh yeah, that shit's nasty.
Did you get the honey flavored stuff, the
Uh-huh.
liquid or the pills?
that damn
Liquid.
Robitussin honey's damn good.
Robitussin honey.
It's a whole lot easier to swallow.
That's what she said.
I took in when I was doing my online
Or
college
she ought to
course.
know.
I took.
Oh hey,
I had a walking pneumonia, and
did you use a leash?
ended up
7-Up.
no, ended up having to take and get Robitussin, and we had to do a writing thing for our final,
Uh-huh.
and I did mine on how false advertising of Robitussin, and they I had the teacher rolling because I was like, box says new improved taste, still tastes like ass. Uh, and then you have to, of course, we all have to get together and have a conversation talking about our writing assignments as a group. And
Right.
yeah, they were all,
That's funny.
yeah, they all kind of got a kick out of that one. Yeah, it doesn't taste any different than it used to.
Sometimes they just slap shit on a box they think sounds good.
Yeah.
They clearly don't have a very high opinion of the consumer.
No, they think we're stupid.
Yeah.
And for the most
All
part,
right,
most people are stupid.
I
What's up?
missed something. What's up with boats?
Oh,
Okay. Boats is in emergency surgery. Um, he got infection in his new stimulator, so they have to pull it out.
Is that what the pain was from?
Yeah. Yep.
I thought it was tampon was sideways.
no, that's tampon tip.
That's funny.
I didn't get to ask Fred if he was afraid of tampon Tim. He wasn't on here
Who?
yesterday. Tampon Tim says that his masculinity intimidates
It's
Trump supporters.
masculinity. Hi.
His masculine, his strong male ego.
That dude.
I want to get some 7-Up.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
I'm almost
what
up
did
to
I?
8 up.
What did I say about him? Something about trying to be friends with him in case I ever got a nosebleed.
Yeah, he said that way he'll be able to stuff a tampon up your nose.
He's liable to have one on hand.
He might have used them up his ass though first, so be careful.
I
Might
ain't
smell
taking
like
it.
Kamala.
Oh damn!
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? My bad.
I didn't hear shit, and I'm okay with that.
I was gonna say if it's not individually wrapped and not unopened, I'll stick my finger up my nose before I use it.
That's what your mom said.
Damn.
Damn.
I mean,
Woo!
Your mama's so
Sorry.
ugly. Your mama's so ugly.
Sorry. You can say that about my mom. I don't care. She would laugh her ass off.
I was gonna say she yelled at me for picking my nose growing up pretty often.
What was
That
the
explains a lot.
what was that? Your mama's so fat when she walks down the street with a red T-shirt on, everybody yells Kool-Aid.
She broke through
Thomas
the
is
walls.
Thomas is working in the radio room.
All right.
Excuse me, sorry.
Your mama's so fat when she sits around the house, she sits around the house.
Yeah.
Your
All-
mama's so poor. I saw her
around the
kicking a can
debris.
down the street. Your mama's so poor. I saw her kicking a can down the street. I asked her what she's doing. She said moving.
Moving.
God, these kids nowadays would fucking lose their mind if you talk to them like that. Bunch of
Yeah.
crybabies.
Yeah, we
Half
have
of them
some.
don't respect their moms anyway, so.
Wow.
It's true. Hell, I like it when people sit there and say, "I'll say something bad about your mom." I don't care. Go for it. I'll laugh if she's beating the hell out of you.
I mean, bottom line, they don't know my mom. Nobody knows my mom, so I mean, it's not like they really know what they're talking about. Of course, 90%
Well,
of those jokes directed at me, have always been in jest. So yeah, it's not like people are actually out there, trying to start fights over people's
I
mothers.
tell you what's bad is when your mama comes back and says, your mama's so ugly, she went and sucked your dad's dick. Come in here and kiss you goodnight.
Damn.
Damn, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, you win.
You kiss your mama with that mouth? You should see the mouth she kisses me with.
Oh shit.
Right now my mom's mouth is ashy.
You're ashy.
That's messed up, Jamie. I must be the only one that picked up on that joke.
All I heard was ashy.
She said, "Right now, my mom's mouth is ashy. She was
Oh,
cremated."
That's
That's dark.
wah.
That's funny though.
Oh shit.
Thomas said, "Whose hairy ass is on the screen?" Well, it's not mine, Thomas.
It's fine.
It was Fangs. The, this shithead right here.
What'd you call me?
Huh?
shithead.
Okay, just
Yep,
check.
that's what we called you, shithead.
Hi, Ruth. Good
Oh, that
afternoon,
was
Ruth. How are
fucking
you?
hilarious.
Yeah,
Welcome to the dark afternoon comedy hour. Oh shit.
yeah. You ever wondered what happens in the dark of the woods? Wonder no more.
Hey, you ever want to be? You ever want to have fun with people that aren't used to being out in farmland?
Oh,
Take them out in the middle of a fucking cornfield and then take off and leave them there in the
oh yeah.
middle of the night. They have no
It's,
idea which way to go. They're out there yelling at you. Why did you leave me here?
you should do
Dark
that.
comedy. We've been sitting here watching Sasquatch eat pussy.
Yeah, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
Licking the ass.
Looking
I think you're
pussy,
licking the
looking
wrong
ass,
end.
looking balls.
Some
I
of
think
them
you
are
need to
eating
drop
my.
down about an inch.
That's messed up, dude.
I
So
still
funny.
can't believe I made the comment of my mom's lips being ashy. That's still.
I mean,
Whoops.
you gotta laugh or you're gonna cry, right?
Yeah. I mean,
We did
shit,
that.
dude.
We
My
did
mom
that.
would laugh. Sorry.
No, you're good. We did that. Fuck, what was it called? It was the. It's insanely expensive, so they only ever have it like every other year or every 4 years or something. But they like recreate all these scenes from fatalities from drunk drivings, and
Oh, like at the high schools.
yeah, I forget what it's called. The actually the priciest ticket is the helicopter. They got paid for the fuel,
Yeah.
but yeah, that shit was rough. But one of the things they told us, and I'd always kind of took it to heart, but they talk about, if you're ever at a incident like this and you hear the cops cracking jokes, don't judge them too hard because it's a coping mechanism.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
We don't deal with what they deal with on a daily
oh,
basis.
absolutely, you're right. Yeah, especially the ones on the front line
Hi, Andrea.
of a lot of this
Yeah.
shit.
Andrea says, "Hey, everyone."
Uh,
I got
Okay.
Well,
Okay. Funny story. Oh, go ahead,
well,
Fred. Go ahead, bud.
no, go ahead. Because
No,
mine
go
was
ahead,
kind of
bud.
dark, and no,
It's fine.
mine's kind of dark,
Mine's
and
mine's darker. Trust me. Go ahead.
no, I doubt it. The reason why I'm
So,
not a cop anymore is because I sit there and watch the mama take a colicky baby and just snap his neck
mm,
because she'd lost her mind.
mm.
damn.
So that coping mechanism, yeah, it's like that sometimes.
Yeah.
So when I was dating Tammy lived in Columbus, Ohio, and one day I couldn't get a hold of her. And I'm like, well, what's going on? And finally, she calls me. She's like, I had to walk 3 blocks to the payphone at the convenience store to call you. I'm like, oh, what's going on? She said, well, apparently some kids were street racing and got into a big wreck.
Mm.
She says, as I'm walking up the street, I look down. There's somebody's arm just laying beside me. And I'm like, you should have picked it up and taken it over to the police. She says, I wasn't going to do that. I said, yeah, you should have walked over to him and yelled, I'm armed and dangerous. And
Jesus Christ, Chris. That's fucked up. Oh my God.
Why am I friends with you?
oh, shit.
Damn.
When I worked at the block plant, I threatened to pick up one kid and beat another kid to death.
With
And
the kid, with the other kid?
yeah. And the machine operator that night started laughing, and one kid looked over and said, "What are you laughing about?" He said, "Because he can do it."
Yeah. How'd the kid respond?
They didn't come back from lunch.
Oh, damn.
They even left a really expensive Carhartt jacket there.
Oh, shit. You got it.
You big bully, you.
Well, when somebody throws a 5-pound brick in the air and it lands on your hand and smashes the shit out of it, yeah, I was not enthused.
Yeah.
Puss.
I think.
I'm sorry, that's out loud.
Oops. I think jobs were probably a little bit safer than they are now when you had that kind of attitude amongst the grunts, if you will, safety centric.
Yeah.
And
Well, everybody's so
especially
protected
some of those
nowadays.
that are much well, yeah, but there ain't nothing you can really do other than best practices when it comes to, say, like a press. I saw some stupid shit in some of these machine shops I worked in. I
Bunch of
didn't
mirrors, huh?
actually any of the machines. Bunch of what?
Engineers, yeah. Oh God, I had a good time with that.
Damn.
When I worked at Liftall, I worked in it was called the Tough Flex division. Hi, Animal Farm. How are you?
Hey,
Now,
what's up?
farm.
Been a while. I was worried about you. So let me finish this story real quick, Animal Farm, and then I'll address you there with that. So the president, we had to cut material, and then you ran either yarn or wire rope inside the material loops, and that's what gave it the lifting strength that it had.
Okay.
And so he comes in one day, and I'm hand pulling this material onto the attachment that we put on the machine.
Right.
And he's like, we have a machine to do that. And I'm like, yeah. I said, but it's been messing up. I have to get a hold of Steve. Steve was a maintenance guy, and find out why it was called the pucker machine. But it was pulling the material too hard and putting nasty little marks in it, and it just didn't look nice.
I had that problem with my pucker machine too.
So he's like, well, give me a sample and put it in on my desk. And I'm like, okay, Mr. Bossman. Now, this is the president of the company telling me this.
Right.
And I'm like,
how'd I know?
Well, that works. So I put that material on. I cranked that thing up, pulled it on. It was all fucked up. Well, he got 102 foot of material dumped on his desk, and I was just walked out. I'm like, here you go. One day he came in, and we had something we called EN30s and EN60s. It was 2 nails on a board, and we just wrapped yarn around it until it had the right amount, and then you pulled them off, and we wrapped them with Velcro covers.
Right. Okay.
I'm doing this one day, and apparently he was coming out with an investment group trying to get people to invest. And he comes over to me, he goes, what are you doing? I said, oh, didn't they tell you? Tell me what? I said, today's arts and crafts day here in the Tough Flex room. He just stared at me, and some of the people that were with him started laughing. I think that made it worse, but yeah. Mr. Jeffy didn't like me very much.
I was working concessions at an AMC, and one of the I forget what they were called. They weren't the managers; they were the in between.
Hey,
Uh,
Jamie.
Huh?
You got a problem with your pucker if stuff like that's coming out of it, Fred.
yeah, I think you
No,
may
it's working just fine. Hey, Jamie.
take them to the doctor.
You
Animal Farm
bastard.
said, "How is everyone doing?" We're doing.
Try to go to sleep now.
I'm gonna kill you, dude.
So, Elmo says they make a pill if you're.
Chris can't even talk.
So
I'm
they make
lucky
a
if I
pill
can
if your
English
fucking
any given
messes up.
day.
Someone stabbed me in the face.
Wait, what?
Thank you. Nothing.
All I heard was somebody getting poked in the face.
I said stab me in the face.
So,
I don't want to remember that, and
Sounds like a 90s
motherfucker.
Nails song.
oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's redress this since we have a bunch more people in here.
Okay.
Please keep Boats in your prayers. He's in emergency surgery. He should be out probably before the show's over. So hopefully I'll have an update.
Okay.
But
Tampondectomy.
Fred says his tampon got sideways. He got an infection in his spinal cord stimulator, so they have to pull it out.
You sure it's a
So
spinal cord stimulator?
that's what they said.
I thought it was his sex change. Damn, shut up, Fred.
Andrew said you crack her up, by the way, Fred.
It's what?
Andrew said you crack her up.
I'm a cracker up.
Yeah.
She said you crack her up.
Can't call me a cracker. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind.
Not racist.
Fred cracked me up, is what she said. Almost says they make
Oh.
pills if your fucking messes up. I don't know what am I stressing? I don't know.
She's not feeling good.
No, I'm sick.
Fang, why are you rubbing your balls against my knee,
And
dude?
tired. Because you liked it last time.
Right?
Damn. Aaron,
Okay,
all
Yeah,
the dirty
liked it
laundry
rough.
this episode.
Daniel says, "Wait, people can see me. I thought I was invisible with a crazy face."
I had this friend I used to play games with. He was, oh my God.
Call it what you want to.
He was like the king of trolls. And we went down and there were these enemies you had to sneak through. You couldn't fight them. They were called Gorgons, turn you to stone, right? But there was an achievement for killing one. You could damage them, and if you were fast enough, you could kill them. But once you kill one, all the others become invincible. You can't damage them. And they asked, "Y'all want to do the achievement?" Sure, let's go. We're in there. We get up, we kill it, and they're like, "All right, everybody, run! The other ones are invincible, and they're looking for us." And my friend he hadn't said anything the entire time, and he just pipes up, "No, they're not. I can see them just fine." Of course, the guy leading the raid was like, oddly enough, his name was Chris too. Shut up, Chris. I was just like, God damn.
I got an ass in my face again. What is with you and sticking your ass in my face, Miss Tiny?
Well, if you quit putting peanut butter on it. About the only chance I'll get to tell that joke. Not many of us have dogs. Not on the live stream, anyway.
Oh my. Oh, shoot.
Animal Farm did the Three Monkeys. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
And the
Maybe
fourth
we'll
was
get
fucking the football.
Yeah. I don't know
Football
why you
head.
fuck the football, but sure.
I could have checked someone for being a football head.
Yeah.
I had a football head one time. A hand slipped off the end of it. It deflated.
Uh-oh.
Were you trying
Right.
to be Tom Brady?
Oh, damn.
Damn. That's rough. Oh.
Tom Brady jokes. Oh, shit.
I need to
Animal
figure
Farm
out
put the
Hey, and
why.
my
football with a
fucking cat
question
is
mark.
named after Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, not my decision.
Oh, I was going to say, are you projecting?
Sure it ain't.
Who the hell in Kansas City area would have a freaking cat named after a New England Patriot? That's kind of
Maybe they
a...
kicked the cat. I mean,
Oh,
Well, she's
damn.
from Pennsylvania.
That
That
explains it.
wouldn't surprise me. There's some crazy people out here who especially when it comes to football.
yeah.
The whole who's better, Philadelphia or Pittsburgh argument is, yeah, that's a wonderful one.
And
They
then you
actually get
have the
into
Dallas
fist fights
Cowboys.
over that.
Love them at the beginning of the season, hate them by the end.
This is what, how is it? I heard this from a Cowboys fan at the beginning of the year. This is our year, and by the end of the year, it's fuck this team.
More like Vegas called. Wing, 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 wing. Hey, we know you're doing good, but our money's hurting, so we need you to throw the game. Okay, thanks, bye.
Andrea said, "Is Cora feeling any better?" She said she's feeling a little bit better. I did check on her today.
Boy, now wingy.
Yep, they're getting big,
No bacon.
and and Callie's pregnant again.
Uh-oh.
Whore.
Cora has the flu.
So what you're saying is, after a while, all we're going to see is cats.
No,
Yep.
because as soon as this new batch is ready, they're going down to the Humane League.
We could do a 3-stage meme. How it started, where it went,
How it
how it
ended.
ended. And
I
just
find
the cats keep getting higher and higher.
I'd find baby daddy to stick a damn rubber band on his pecker.
Not
Yeah,
sick.
there's easier ways.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole problem. We wouldn't have had this problem if the neighbor would have just freaking got his damn cat fixed before we left him outside.
Yeah.
Leo is the daddy
Shoot
of
the
all these.
neighbor.
Well, I wish
Shoot
I
the
could some
neighbor.
days.
That cat'll probably still find a way to romp around, though.
I think you need to go over and hand him a damn receipt for about half the damn cat food you spend money on.
Right.
Actually, 3/4 of it, because he's got one to feed, and you've got
Oh, there's
a congregation.
20. Well, see, there was at the beginning before Callie got dropped off. The Callie's mom got dropped off. There was about 6 cats out here that we took care of, and we had gotten rid of all the females.
That's 6 cats too many.
Well, we enjoyed them, so. But then his daughter brought 2 kittens over. One was Gray and one was Leo. They're brother and sister. And they had them both in the house. Well, then one day he decided he was just going to keep Leo, so he kicked Gray out of the house as a kitten at 6 months old.
Oh damn!
And Mom wouldn't let me bring her in, so I made sure she was taken care of. She was in the garage, and next thing I know, somebody drops off Callie's mom. Well, she has 6 kittens in our garage. She was pregnant when they dropped her off. And yeah, it's just living out in the country. People come out here and drop animals off all the time.
You put a sign outside roads that we eat cats.
They'll
We're
still
eating
drop
the
them off.
We're
cats. We're
Chinese.
eating the dogs.
We eat the dogs and sell the cats to the Chinese couple next door.
I remember, I'll tell you what, we used to have a Vietnamese family that lived in town when I was a kid. And I can tell you, I don't ever remember there being feral cats in town when I was growing up. Now, do with that
Yeah, 'cause they
information
were
what you
getting
will,
eaten.
but
Don't
Well, I
knock it
can
till
They
you
were
run.
try
getting
it.
killed and
I
eaten.
can run Chinese food for everybody.
Moo Goo Gai
Don't knock
Kitty.
it till you try it.
I'm just saying, how many Chinese restaurants have you seen put up right next to a vet?
Nope, never seen that. But
There's a lot of them out there.
that was one of the things that, if you go back and you read the diaries of Russians from when they were like in Stalingrad, when they were under siege from the Germans,
Yeah.
that's one thing that made them hate the Germans the most, was that a lot of them had to resort to eating their pets because they weren't getting food
Oh yeah.
in the city.
Yeah, that'd do it.
All right, new topic, please.
All right. But yeah, the next batch is going to the Humane League. I'll spend the $50 to drop them off. But I've been trying to get these guys into a program. But here's the problem. Because I can handle them, they don't consider them feral now.
Ah, interesting.
Yep. So if you ever need to get your cats fixed, make sure you have them come and trap them before you get used to them. They'll come trap them, spay and neuter them, and then bring them back if you tell them that they're okay to come back.
I don't really have that problem with my two. One, I was finally able to get them fixed, but they're primarily indoor cats anyway. I probably won't let them go back outside until I've at least got a fence around the backyard first. That gives them a point of egress if they
See
need.
if I got a message from a fucking doctor. Sorry, I'm talking to myself.
Oh, you're good.
We all talk to ourselves. Just some of us don't admit to it.
Well, you're only crazy if you answer back.
I answer
I
back.
do that too. I admit it.
She got the medicine to prove it.
Yes, I do.
Every time I used to tell people that, I'd say that, and then I'd immediately follow, turn my head, and go, shot.
You're doing the Smeagol act, huh?
More or less, yeah. I mean, I've seen that depicted in other films and shows, but Lord of the Rings is
Me,
probably
myself,
the most
and Irene.
popular. Yeah. I first dates when he goes up, just grabs her plate and starts building that that cabin again, and she go, "Why are you touching my food?"
Why are you
Pussy
touching my
Station.
noobs?
Oh,
Animal Farm says soliloquy is a conversation with God. Interesting. All right, hurry back, Elmo. Elmo says he has
Hurry the
to be
fuck
right
up,
back.
Elmo.
take time
I need
getting
my
there. Hurry back.
$200.
Yeah, better have my money.
Dewey beating the hell out of Brian.
Yep. Where's my money?
Bitch.
Start up an organization called Pimps Anonymous.
Everybody walks in with a big feathered hat.
The fuck are you wearing, Alex Stein? I wouldn't put it
No,
past him
Mama.
to do something like that. Did you ever hear him talk about how he got started doing what he's doing?
No.
I think it was Chad Prather that interviewed him, and he said he used to try and do it from the more serious, logical route, and no one was listening to him. So he said, "Fuck it, I might as well troll about it." So he just started doing, what we've come to know him to do, and apparently it started working. So fuck it. I think we should just let him keep doing him.
Let me look this out. Oh, when he went up in front of that board, that school board, and was just talking to them, that was hilarious.
I gotta read this shit. Hold on. I gotta pull up these texts. Y'all are gonna get a kick out of this. It was between me and my buddy.
I'll kick you back.
So
Good buddy.
it started with me sending a meme. I may have posted it in the Discord or gotten it from Discord. It's the one that says AOC vows to only use lowercase letters to fight capitalism.
Right?
He responded with, "She's so brave," with a crying face and blowing a tissue. I responded with, "Excuse me, that's stunning and brave. Thank you very much." He goes, "Stunning is subjective." I respond with,
Oh,
how dare you speak of Alex Stein's favorite big booty Latina in that manner?" And he said,
Cory Bush's
"Big booty?
husband.
Bitch is built like plank."
I'm looking that up right now, Jamie.
Yeah, Cory Bush's husband just got charged for wire fraud during
Oh,
COVID.
really?
Yep.
Who did?
Nice.
Corey Bush's
Cory
husband,
Bush.
Who's Cory Bush?
the
She
squad
was one
member
of
that.
those.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jamie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she was one of those squad members with AOC in them.
Oh,
She's from Minnesota, ain't she?
Nope, she's from St. Louis.
Oh. Yeah, it says the United States Attorney's Office on Thursday announced it had indicted the husband of former Rep. Cory Bush. Yeah, she got thrown out of office last year for allegedly defrauding the federal government of $20,000 through a pandemic-era aid program. Courtney Merritt's 46 allegedly filed fraudulent applications with the Small Business Administration in 2020 and 2021. Ah, damn it. These applications allowed him to collect $20,000 in government aid. Authorities said Merritt's falsely claimed to operate a business with 10 employees that generated $53,000 in revenue from 2019 to 2020. 10 employees, and it only generated $53,000. He's a shitty businessman then. Wasn't she caught funneling money to him out of her
I think. I don't
campaign
know.
for security stuff?
She probably was. Wouldn't surprise me with that bitch.
There's the whole squad has generated an insane amount of scandal.
Well, I mean, the people in AOC's district, you go up there and you ask them, "Oh, do you support communism and this and that?" And they're like, "No." And then they're like, "Why are you voting for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? She's an admitted communist." No, she's not. Yes, she is. She freaking has the communist hammer and sickle behind her when she does her fucking live streams and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I keep telling people the Communist Party of America was not defeated. It's still around.
I'm tired.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, Ruth.
Oh, some bitch.
Oh,
How you doing?
Next time,
What
drink
the
a little
hell,
more of this
Tim?
Monster. What happened?
Tim Pool put out a tweet. Well, where the hell is it?
Hey, Simba.
It says if a woman is pregnant, she can bring the baby inside a
You
casino,
have 1 hour and
but
25 minutes of remaining drive time.
once she has the baby, they won't let her bring it anymore. Checkmate pro-lifers.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck? That's funny. I mean, I personally think
Dude, that
we could be in the middle of a full blown civil war, and Tim Pool would probably still be on the fence about whether it's going to happen or not.
No, he's a dick sometimes.
He's a proverbial fence sitter. He needs to just make up his damn mind and stick with something.
well, let him fence it. He likes to have a pull up his ass anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this: he provides a damn good show. There's a lot of quality in what they do. They know what they're doing. He needs to pick a stance and
I drink.
stay there.
Squatting,
Sure.
I
bent
drank my
over.
green apple.
I mean, I don't think his legs would like it much, but
Green apple. What's going on up your way, Ruth?
oh, that green apple Gatorade.
But it's a nice day out, but a little windy too. But it's nice
Yeah.
out.
Yep, same here.
Take the
Yeah.
fucking wind. It's been windy as hell here. It's all fucking week.
Y'all can keep all y'all's wind. It's
Oh,
windy
yeah.
enough where I'm at
No, I don't want the fucking wind anymore.
all year round.
I'm okay with a nice breeze throughout the summer, but
Well, yeah, like a warm breeze,
The
but
wind
not
we've been
like
having.
blowing everywhere.
we had to chase a tarp down way down through the
Oh,
field. It got wrapped around the pole down at the fence line of the cow pasture. We had to go down and get it.
damn. Did you thank
Yep.
the pole
Right?
for not letting it go any further?
Well, I don't know what else got away.
Yeah.
But we're getting things thrown away and cleaned up out here. It looks a lot better than it used to, I'll tell you that.
And when I get when I get the TV and stuff in the house, I'm gonna be needing somebody to help me bring that upstairs.
Yeah.
Bungee cord it to your back.
Fuck that.
It's hire
those
an
big
anime
dollies.
character.
Brady.
They can carry anything.
Pretend you're a turtle.
Turtle. We're not turtly enough for the Turtle Club. That was a god awful
Master of
movie.
disguise.
I
Dana Carvey.
watched that when I was a kid. Thought it was the greatest movie ever. Just knew something had to be wrong with my dad. I watched it later in like my 20s. I'm like, this movie fucking sucks. I didn't even make it through a whole. I've watched that movie 1.5 times. Oh man.
Fluffy must be out. Any other time he'd be up here trying to lick my lid.
Yep,
the lid's
that's
of my
that.
drink.
Lick your lid.
And we are
Oh,
starting.
you gotta cut it out with peanut
The
butter.
lid to his wiener. You left it.
I'm not touching that one.
That's what she said. Oh shit. Where's Elmo at? He's
He's
late.
not back
He's
yet.
supposed to be back by now.
Did you ever see the Wayne Brady show where him and Dave Chappelle are going driving? And he's like, I gotta stop and get some money.
Yeah. years ago. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Back when before Chappelle went nuts, or they said he went
I
nuts.
cannot figure out how you cannot like that man. He is just he does it all, dude. He does deadpan, anime, Chappelle. Dude is just he is a master of his craft.
Yeah,
Skeet Simba. She's got the
I don't
teen
agree with
school.
all his stances, but
Oh,
he's
sure. And
anti pew
it,
pew.
well, and he makes it abundantly clear that he doesn't agree with all of ours, but he's mature enough to let us do us and he do him.
I like Eddie Griffin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you ever watch
Katie
that
Griffin or Eddie
E-
Griffin?
Eddie?
Oh, okay.
Did you ever watch the episode of Eddie Griffin's show when him and Cat Williams were going off?
Probably.
Oh man, they were
I
calling
heard.
out all kinds of stuff. They went off on Kamala.
I like when what was it? Was it Chris Rock that asked him, "Are y'all stupid? Y'all gonna turn him into Tupac?"
Oh, damn.
And what did they do? They turned him into Tupac.
Who?
Well, I mean, they didn't
They didn't off him
manage
yet.
to kill him, Trump, but they pushed him over the line. They won his election for him.
Yeah.
ESPN leaks. OMG obtains audio of ESPN producer calling at Stephen A. Smith an angry black man. And they think he's crazy and has no idea about politics.
Well, he is an angry black man. Because he is black.
Oh my. That's kind of funny though.
Yeah, Elmo. That's basically my point. He said, "I don't expect to agree with anyone 100%. As long as we can agree to disagree on some stuff, it's all cool." That's basically my point about Dave Chappelle. He said it at one. I forget which one he said it on. It's one of the more recent ones. He came out and said it. He said, there's a lot of these views I don't agree with, but it's their right to have them. And I gained a lot of respect for him after he just came out and said that. Excuse me. I may have to bounce off and go find me something to eat.
Oh yeah.
I'm starting to get
What
hungry.
are you having tonight?
I don't know. I may splurge and go get a burger around the corner. What did you think
Hey,
of that
Simba.
burger, by the way?
Which
Decent
burger?
sized burger, wasn't it? The when I sent the picture that while back.
Oh yeah, yeah. My grandfather used to make 1 pound burgers. They were good. Okay, so breaking. Commerce Secretary Lutnick says they have sold 1,000 gold cards this week for $5 million each.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So it's already working.
Interesting.
Hot damn.
Oh my. Yeah, I don't expect to get along with it. I agree with everybody on everything.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And we shouldn't. That's
Life gets
that's
boring then.
the problem.
That's what sets up these echo chambers that these people live in. And then
Yeah.
they get out of touch with everybody else and don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah. Well, it's the whole we have to agree on everything, or you're not one of us that has led the Democrat Party to right where it's at right now. I mean, I don't think they've changed. I think they are what they've always been. They don't currently have people smart enough to hide what they're doing anymore.
Someone says apparently Steak and Shake and Five Guys burgers both use tallow for cooking instead of seed oils. Well, that's good.
Oh, really?
I love
Yeah,
Five Guy
I like
burgers.
Yeah, I like them.
Five
I
Guys.
like Steak and Shake a little better though.
Five Guys is just too expensive for my blood for burgers. I can go to a
Yeah,
steakhouse
Well, it is
for under paying for
expensive,
that.
but they're good.
their fries they give you a lot of fucking fries.
They get
Animal Farm says I don't agree with myself 100% of the time either. Yeah, no, I argue and wrestle with myself over certain things.
Yes, we are. No, we're not. Yes, we are. No, we're not.
Should I beat the hell out of this son of a bitch or should I walk away? Beat him up, walk away. Beat him up, walk away.
I'm a
Yeah,
teepee. I'm a
sometimes.
wigwam. Calm down. You're too tense.
Boo.
boobs.
Okay.
So that came from World of Warcraft, or that's
Oh,
where
yeah?
I got it from, rather. My favorite one was one of the pandas jokes, because all the different races, they have their own set of jokes, and one of the pandas was nice pants, girl. What's the drop rate?
Oh, good lord.
Just like,
That's almost
God damn,
that's almost
Blizzard.
as bad as that back in the day when I was in high school. They used to think that I see your feet are having a party and I think your underwear should join it.
Oh,
That
damn.
was the pickup line back in the day. I'm like, come on, really?
There's some women out there that's what they want. There's no accounting for taste.
Right. Well, I'll be quiet. I'm not touching that
Better
one.
be.
Were you about to tell us what kind of woman you are?
I'm an ugly woman if we're having that conversation.
Oh boy.
Oh shit!
Bruce says, "Oh boy."
Stay quiet over here.
Well, it doesn't matter how long we're on the rails. Eventually, we'll go off of them.
Well,
Come on,
at least
Pete.
I'm honest.
No.
Yeah, it's an inevitability at this point.
I'm not like some of them people out there who are just out of their freaking mind expecting you to call them a woman when you know they're a man.
Yeah, fuck them. I had I don't know. I didn't ask. I didn't delve into it. Didn't matter to me. But we had a trans individual when I was supervising at Amazon, and I had them on Facebook, and they posted one day that the manager at the new job had asked them if they were trans, and and I really liked and I said, that's none of your business. I'm like, I think that's where that conversation ought to stay.
Yeah.
You do you. What you do as a consenting adult. I got nothing to say on it. Just leave the fucking kids alone.
Yeah. Well, I feel bad for people who actually do literally have gender dysmorphia.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It is a
Dysphoria.
real thing. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to go along with it and pretend with them.
No, I think
Exactly.
I think that's doing them a disservice.
Anybody tells me that they're a they, it better be more than one of you standing there.
or them. Okay, well then I think you need to leave.
Or they or them.
gone.
Sorry, they or them.
Them left. Oh God.
All right. Hey,
The only person who can claim that they're they or them if they have a multi-personality disorder.
right. We are
I think
leeching.
I dated a couple of them.
I knew someone who had apparently 32 personalities, and when I met her, she was 32. So I asked, when she turns 33, does another one show up?
Damn. What'd she say?
No, it was a joke between us for a while. But
That is kind of funny though.
Start celebrating new personality day instead of birthday. Oh, I could take that bit so far.
Oh, my favorite are these guys that like to be dressed up as babies and treated like babies. Have you seen
Oh
these
my
fuckers?
god,
Oh,
dude.
no.
Yes. It's
They used
stop.
to make them out of
Get
TV
help.
shows.
Kick the baby.
Don't kick the baby.
If they're an adult baby, I will kick the baby.
That was my
I have a
favorite
picture
part
for
about the whole show.
the gender thing. Hold on, let me pull it up here. There it is.
Now you see this, you see a lot of this shit, and you just can't help think 1984. Gender check. Oh yeah, I saw that.
It says when you meet someone who uses pronouns, and it shows Beavis kicking Butthead in the balls,
Yeah.
and says gender check.
check.
Who was it I saw? Somebody made a joke the other day that said about I think it was the dude from trigonometry,
Oh, I mean,
Constantine Kessin or something.
I need to
But he was saying that
follow
the biggest problem in women's sports is protecting their balls.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I was just like,
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. God damn it.
Elmo
Oh.
says it isn't a sexuality, it's a sex kink. Yeah.
Well, it can definitely go that way. I wouldn't say it's in
Let's
and
not
of
think too
itself.
hard.
It's just these people need help, and we're literally living in times where war is peace, love is hate, freedom is slavery. I mean, pick a line in 1984, and you can apply it just about anything these
Yeah.
sickos are fucking doing in our government.
If they don't completely agree with you, they're your enemy. That was in
Yeah,
1984.
that just. I mean, that's a hard book to read. Just
When
because
you
of the
read
way
it,
it's written.
when you read it when
but-
you're too young, you don't completely grasp all the concepts that are in it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
We
You
did in
gotta
high school.
you gotta have. Here's the cool thing about this book. You got to be able to think about stuff to read it. You know, they're when I first started reading the book, I had a lot of trouble, and I was reading, college level in like 5th grade. But then I kind of got used to it, and it got easier going further into it. But it was just, I mean, even then, this was years ago. I read it. Even then, I was looking at it. I was like, they're doing that shit right now.
Mm-hmm. Like Daniel says, sounds like that the Paul Harvey speech about the devil.
Yep.
Oh, yes, I saw that one.
It says, "If I was the devil."
Yep.
Oh, I think okay, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
It was on the rest of the story program.
yeah.
I think I don't think that's copyrighted. I think I should be able to play that.
I don't know.
Be right back. Or well, rather, I'll be here, but I'm going off camera for a second.
Can you hear it?
If I were
Mhm.
the devil,
Yeah.
if I were the prince of darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness. And I'd have a
You might
third of
turn
its
it up
real
just
estate
a
and
tad.
4/5 of its population, but I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree. Gee. So I set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of the serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve. Do as you please. To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that what's bad is good and what's good is square. And the old, I would teach to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. And then I'd get organized. I'd educate authors in how to make lurid literature exciting so that anything else would appear dull and uninteresting. I'd threaten TV with dirtier movies and vice versa. I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. I'd tranquilize the rest with pills. If I were the
Who
devil,
has
I'd have
TV on?
families at war with themselves, churches at war with themselves, and nations at
I
war
don't
with
know.
themselves, until each in its turn
Here, let me
was
do
Because
this.
I'm not
Hold
saying
on.
turn it
and the
down.
praises of
Let me do it this way. Because this is louder.
however necessary to take over.
Yeah,
If
I
I
can't hear with
were the
the
devil,
TV on too.
if I were the devil,
Is that better?
if I were the prince of darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness. And I'd have a third of its real estate and 4/5 of its population, but I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree. The. So I'd set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of the serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve. Do as you please. To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that what's bad is good and what's good is square. And the old, I would teach to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. And then I'd get organized. I'd educate authors in how to make lurid literature exciting so that anything else would appear dull and uninteresting. I'd threaten TV with
Got a second
dirtier
question about the
and
TV.
vice versa. I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction.
I've
I'd
muted myself.
tranquilize the rest with pills. If I
Oh,
were
it's
the
not
devil,
you, Yeti. It's somebody else.
with themselves, churches at war with themselves, and nations at war with themselves, until each in its turn was consumed. And with promises of higher ratings, I'd have
I don't know who has
mesmerizing
a TV
media
on.
fanning the flames. If I were the devil, I would encourage schools to refine young intellects, but neglect to discipline emotions. Just let those run wild. Until before you knew it, you'd have to have drug-sniffing dogs and metal detectors at every schoolhouse door. Within a decade, I'd have prisons overflowing. I'd have judges promoting pornography. Soon I could evict God from the courthouse, then from the schoolhouse, and then from the houses of Congress. And in his own churches, I would substitute psychology for religion and deify science. I would lure priests and pastors into misusing boys and girls and church money. If I were the devil, I'd make the symbol of Easter an egg and the symbol of Christmas a bottle. If I were the devil, I'd take from those who have and give to those who wanted until I had killed the incentive of the ambitious. And what'll you bet? I couldn't get whole states to promote gambling as the way to get rich. I would caution against extremes in hard work, in patriotism, in moral conduct. I would convince the young that marriage is old-fashioned, that swinging is more fun, that what you see on TV is the way to be. And thus I could undress you in public, and I could lure you into bed with diseases for which there is no cure. In other words, if I were the devil, I'd just keep right on doing what he's doing.
Yes, I think it is Ruth.
She turned it down.
I don't have my speaker
That,
on.
no? I don't
That was
know.
weird because wait, turn the thing back on.
Could it have been in the actual video?
I don't
Somebody's
know.
scratching in the background of the video.
I don't know. I thought
Were the devil. If I were the devil,
no.
if I were the prince of darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness, and I'd have
Yeah, I
a third
don't
of
know.
its real estate.
I posted it there. You guys
It
can go
sounds
watch it
clearer
then.
now.
So, but yeah, it was Paul Harvey. He did some really good stuff back in the day, and sadly, commentators like him have gone to the wayside.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I've heard that one before. That's a good one.
And says, thought you might be interested for Instagram. Daisy Media is a vet, and others drive a truck called the Rude Awakening in Canada for vets. Cool. So, but yeah, I mean, he's not wrong, and they've done a lot of that stuff. You know, up until probably 10 years ago, it was that we didn't have any casinos in Pennsylvania. Now they're all over the damn place.
Yeah. I mean, I don't personally think there's anything inherently wrong with gambling, but
No.
promoting it to that scale, absolutely. Because people get addicted to that shit. They destroy their lives over it.
Okay, explain this one to me. Why is it that you're not allowed to use an animated cartoon character to promote alcohol or cigarettes, but you're allowed to? Pennsylvania has a freaking groundhog, an animated groundhog in their commercials for the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That doesn't make sense to me. I've called them out on it numerous times.
Well, here's the thing. There are arguments for stuff like that, but we have to be careful what we allow it to be applied to, because recently Texas passed a law stating that companies could not use depictions of fruit candy or cartoons on display on the boxes for vape products.
Wait, what?
And for vape products.
I thought you said
this.
baked. I'm like, really?
No,
but then I caught it.
So, and the reasoning is because it appeals to children, or they're advertising to children. They didn't say it appeals to children, which would have been a more reasonable way to state it. Still wouldn't disagree with the law. They literally assigned motive where none exists, and the only people they harmed are the small businesses who have been obeying every established law up to this point. They yet again punished the law-abiding for the crimes of the criminals. It's
Well, here's my big thing. You're not going to ever stop. What did you do to my cat? I don't want to print something. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
You're never going to stop completely people buying stuff and giving it to minors.
No.
There's always going to be people doing that out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we've caught a friend of mine used to be a deputy game warden here in Pennsylvania, and he would go up to a place. We have a place here called Dinosaur Rock. We're going to take a trip up there one day and get some video of it. But a lot of people like to go up there at night on the weekends and over the summer and start fires and sit up there and drink and act like idiots. And a lot of the people that go up there are underage. They think that, well, nobody's going to come up here and look. Well, the game wardens have figured this trick out a long time ago, so they go up there and raid the places every so often.
Yeah.
And game wardens in Pennsylvania are one of the exceptions to law enforcement. everyone has to, um, like if a cop pulls you over, you have the right to make them get a warrant to check your car.
Yeah.
In Pennsylvania, if a game warden believes that you have some kind of illegal game in your car, they can search your vehicle without a warrant. Um, Animal Farm says, when I was in 5th grade, we became homeless because of my father's gambling.
Yeah. No,
Sorry to
no,
hear
don't
that.
don't get me wrong. I don't. It creates problems. It definitely does. But much like anything else, I think it can be done responsibly. Uh,
Well, I mean, it's just like everything. It depends on the person.
yeah, yeah, pretty
But
much.
when we were on our honeymoon, my aunt and uncle got us a room at casino at Sandals, not Sandals. What the hell? It's a place down in Atlantic City, and we had a balcony. And I was sitting on the balcony, and this guy's we're about 7 floors up, and I'm looking down, and this guy's in the middle of the street just screaming his head off. You know, just saying he wanted to take himself out, to put it
Right.
nicely. Apparently, he had put up the deed to his house to cover his gambling debts,
I don't agree with shit like that.
and yeah, he lost his house and everything. And
Yeah.
I think that shouldn't be allowed. As a casino, you shouldn't be allowed to
I
do that.
agree. I agree. Yeah, no, there should be limits put in place. I don't think outlawing the thing itself is the answer. I guess is what I'm getting at. But it
Better
definitely needs
regulate the
guardrails.
situation. Better.
Yeah, like and don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to blame the victim or anything here. Uh, but just my personal experience with it. They always tell you don't take your debit card to the casino. I always did because I felt disciplined enough to not use it, except for one time. And that one time happened to be I went up there the night before payday and we were up there past midnight. So I had more money to throw at it. Uh, and at the time, I took like $300. Anytime we went up there, I took like $300 out of a check for it. But that was $300 out of probably $600 expendable income. Um, so it was it basically the rule I followed was I'd never spend more than I was willing to lose.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah,
I take up $20, and whatever I win goes in one pocket, and I play until
yeah,
I run out of money, and then when I'm out of money, I'm done. I leave.
yeah. I figure if I can't put up at least $100, I don't need to go.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I can go anymore anyway. My knees wouldn't be able to take it, so it's not like I'm still gambling or anything. It actually, in fact, I don't do it anymore at all because I don't have any money that I'm not willing to lose.
You and me both.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I fucked that up. I don't have any money I'm willing to lose.
Now, my mom, she'll go up there and My mom won $10,000 one time at the casino, and in one night put it all right back into the casino.
That's yeah. Ugh.
Um, we went up one time, and like I said, I do the $20 thing. Well, I'd won $200 off $20. And she's like, I got to go to the bank. I'm like, for what? She said, to cash a check. I said, no, you don't. And I gave her $100 out of my winnings, and I said, just go spend this, and then once you're done, we're leaving.
Fair enough.
Andrew said I went to a couple of casinos when I lived in Cali, but it was just because friends wanted me to, and I thought I would do it for the experience. I wouldn't go again. It just wasn't fun for me.
Yeah, I've only ever done it as a social thing.
Yeah.
Animal Farm says my dad didn't go to casinos; he bet on horses. Well, that's the thing. The main casino up here, where I am, is also a horse track.
I used to do that actually. I used to go on a Sunday or something and go watch the races and go take a little bit of money and go for the casino a little bit, and then go and watch the horse races too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if I go up to the casino, I go up because there's a band that's playing that I want to listen to, and I'll take like $20 to get a drink and something to snack on.
Right.
Um, but hell, even just to get a drink in a casino anymore is 10, $15 just for a Jack
Well,
and Coke.
depends on the casino.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. I'm sorry. I take that back. I'm thinking like sodas and shit.
I went one year. We had the Queen's Plate here in Toronto. The Queen was actually there, so I went for that one specifically, just because she was there. So
Nice.
yeah.
Oh, Gabriel Glacius went to WinStar one time, and if I had had the money, I would have absolutely gone. I wanted to go so bad, but it was WinStar venue prices. Like $200 to $300 a ticket on the low end.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
just
that's
like,
crazy.
oh, I want to go to one because he talks about how all these people would bring him cakes, and
The
since
Reese's
he's
basket.
yeah, oh yeah. But one thing I've always wanted, we've got this thing. It's a family cake. It's called the Jones cake, and it was made at a time where our family, was a little poorer than we are now. Uh, generally speaking. And but it is so good, and I wanted to make him that or family cake and take it up to him, and I've never had that opportunity. I've always wanted to do that.
Andrew says, "Give me a fishing rod and a hike, and I am having fun, and it's free." Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Oh
enjoy
yeah.
doing that too, but I can't do
Yeah.
the hard hikes like I used to when I was a kid.
I used to love to hike.
We went to
By the time I
a
go ahead.
camp the one time as a kid, and there was 100-foot cliff that we had to scale, and they didn't
Was
give
that camp?
you.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, back then I was skinny as hell, dude. I haven't always been fat. Back in the day, when I graduated high school, I was 6'4", 160 pounds. But well, Animal Farm said he hardly ever went to the race. He would go to the liquor store who took bets, the bookie. Yeah,
You know what I would do if I were in a position to do it? I'd make two camps. I'd make a skinny camp and a fat camp. The only thing
and make
is,
them
you go
fight
to the
each
skinny
other.
camp if you're fat, and you go to the fat camp if you're anorexic.
Yeah, I
Isn't
get
that
the irony of
heavyweights?
it.
Something like that.
Movie heavyweights.
Wasn't that the movie with Chris? Oh, the guy who played Doc on
Ben
Back to
Stiller.
the Future. I can't think of his
I
last
don't know.
name.
I know who you're talking about.
But yeah, they did a movie about that. Um, some kind of camp. I forget. I'll have to look it up.
I think
Animal
I'm
Farm
thinking
said
of a
that.
different movie.
Animal Farm said that's perfect Yeti. So who out of Yeti and Sasquatch is going to take up time? Tim Waltz on his challenge. He said he could beat up almost any
Now you
Trump
got me
voter.
fucking wanting. Oh.
What?
You're
Oh,
making me
anytime, any place.
see the future.
I'll even fight at
Um,
his level.
Slap fight.
Christopher Lloyd,
Christopher Lloyd. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
because he was on Angels in the Outfield too.
That's right. Yeah.
Animal Farm
Animal,
said Tampon Tim couldn't beat his own shadow.
right?
Somebody,
I
I saw a
I'd almost
comment.
feel
Someone
bad
said
beating him.
AOC couldn't lead fire out of a paper bag.
Oh my.
Oh,
She wants to be the leader of the Democrats. I say let her.
they want her to be too. Please let it happen. They will never win again. Let it happen. She'll burn that mother to the ground.
I think they're doing a pretty good job of it right now. You know.
They're providing
Yeah.
the kindling at the very least. She could be the match that burns the whole place down, though. Oh, that would be great.
Well, let's put it this way: she's the one who sat there and said, "We don't need as many farms. We can just go to the grocery store to get our food."
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
This is the person that the Democrats want
It's
to
so
lead their party.
stupid. I mean, nobody
Okay.
exemplifies she a stupid bitch more than her.
And she's already broken so many promises to her constituents. You know, she told her constituents she would only run for two consecutive terms, and nope, she's in the AOC had to Google the recipe for ice.
What's the
It
number to
wouldn't surprise me.
911?
Why does it say ho two?
Hold on, slow down. I'm running out of strawberry. What was
And
that
it says
movie?
normally their last name is normally Singh, like NDP leader in Canada. Oh my. Animal Farm says she hates that she's Puerto Rican. Is she really though? I mean, I don't know. Hey, hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back.
All right. I need to add that song to my Spotify.
Yep, me too. I've been going
What's
on
the fucking
Spotify. I use my fucking Spotify more than my iPod now, which is weird.
Well, yeah, I'm a little miffed they got rid of Google Play Music, but I even when it was there, I still had Spotify.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, with Spotify, it's a little bit more easier for me, just because it has all the music I want, and I don't
Yeah,
have to spend a damn dime for it,
yeah,
except for like the
sure,
7.99 for a student per month type deal.
right.
Um, but
Subscription fee. Yeah.
yeah, so it's just like I'll take the 7.99 a month versus 99 a buck 29, and stuff like that, because that adds up quick.
Well, yeah, no, it definitely does. I'd probably spent a grand total of like 3 grand. I mean, it wasn't. That was probably over like 5 6 years on Apple Music.
Oh yeah,
I
I've
just
spent like 10
I
grand.
liked the being able to uh, what's it called? Some of the finer features like genre newest old. I forget how I used to describe it, but it's a lot of shit they had that Spotify doesn't. And
Yeah,
maybe I was one of the rare few that preferred that. But I really liked some of those features that you just can't get anymore unless you go to Apple, and I'm not willing to do that.
yeah. I don't want to pay for Apple anymore. It's just
Yeah. Well, they told me to
too
take my business
much.
elsewhere, so I did.
Oh,
I mean, any semblance of honesty died with old Jobs. Hey, what's the name of that song? My mind just went blank. that Chris has as his ringtone.
Oh, try this in a small town. That's what it is.
Let me
By
see.
Jason Aldean.
I thought shit. I didn't mean to do that.
Oops.
Thought already. I guess not. Fuck it. It's on there now. I like Oliver Anthony's
His
name of the song.
oh
Richmond,
shit.
north of Richmond.
Yeah.
That is just, I mean, even if
That
it
was
weren't
brilliant.
politically accurate, it is just a catchy damn song.
Yeah.
What I miss?
Oliver Anthony's, fuck,
North
I
Richmond,
just
north
said
of
it.
Richmond.
Thank you. Yeah.
Try that in a small town. Yeah, that's my ringtone. They'll probably try and hit me
Yeah,
for
I,
a copyright
of,
on it now that
Oh,
I didn't silence it quick enough. Probably. I think as
well,
long as it's
of
just a
course, my
small
dumbass,
snippet.
my dumbass was trying to add it to Spotify, and I accidentally started playing it myself.
Dope.
Whoops.
Elmo says, Animal, remember when she had a GoFundMe to take down a fund for her grandma's house that needed repairs because
I
Republicans
need to do
started
that.
the fund?
That
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
surprise me.
Yeah, her grandma supposedly lives on the island of Puerto Rico, and um, yeah, supposedly some people took up a GoFundMe to help with her house after they had that hurricane go through the other year.
Didn't she start one for rent or some shit?
I don't know. Elmo says I like Tom McDonald's. People are so stupid. Yeah,
Yes.
earthquake in
Oh,
Alaska
dude.
today. Let me
I
look it up.
love Tom McDonald.
Ann said that there was an earthquake in Alaska. I mean, there's an earthquake in Alaska almost every day, honestly.
Yeah, I mean they've got volcanoes. That's essentially what they are. It's a
It just
volcanic
depends on
country,
how
state.
bad of one it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd prefer one bad enough to send California off into the rest of the ocean.
oh,
They can go join
I
the
want
people they
some of
care so much
our
about.
friends.
Ooh,
Oh,
I want
sure.
some of
Yeah.
our friends there, on
out
like
of
the
it first.
mainland, but the rest of the
Well,
Californians, yeah, they can go away.
think about it like this. That incident would be bad enough to get everybody who hasn't committed to go ahead and commit and jump over the fault line before it floats off. And then the only people that'd be left would be the ones that are too stupid to realize the mess they're getting themselves in.
They were shaking pretty good today. A
Okay.
Oh man, they'll
6.2.
be like, "Oh, you conspiracy theorists."
6.2. What?
6.2.
I mean, there for a while, people were seriously thinking they ought to change their state flag to a U-Haul.
Right?
We've
Should
already
Hey,
though.
lost
Mike.
a lot of people.
Mike says, hi, everyone. Hope to join you
What's up,
in the
Mike?
morning. I guess we're doing a show in the morning.
Okay.
I'm like,
I'll
I'll
probably
be
be
here.
up.
I'll be here, bud. We'll do a show. I'm good.
We'll see if old boy wants to play tonight. I don't think so. I think he's in
yeah. Sorry.
Oklahoma. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. But I was gonna see if Chris can wake me up tomorrow. 'Cause I want to be on the show in the morning,
Yep, I can do
same
that.
time.
I didn't call you
Oh,
this morning because I wasn't doing a show. I woke up and I was hurting too bad. There was no way I was coming out
fair
here and
Oh,
enough.
trying to do it.
I
Sorry, guys
I
and
saw
gals.
that. Oops.
There's some mornings that I wake up, I can hardly move, and if you saw me in that situation, you'd just want me to go away. You'd
Yeah,
be like, just go away. You're making me. You're
you're making me
you're
hurt.
right. You're making me
Or
depressed watching you.
yeah.
So
I have never experienced shin splints before, and being in this apartment, holy shit, I have had shin splints up the ass.
Elmo says he would rather the people that said they would move if Trump was elected would keep their word and leave. Yeah, I'm all for that. I'll help them pack.
Rosie left.
She's coming
She
back.
did?
Oh,
If
she'll
they
be back.
leave,
Yeah,
if they leave,
absolutely,
they
she'll
need to
be
give
back.
up their. If they leave, they need to give up their citizenship when they leave. Another one that needs to leave.
Well, yeah. If they're as committed as they pretend to be, absolutely.
But they won't.
But I honestly, I suspect she's there for other reasons. Like
Yep.
she would have been there regardless of who won, type situation. She
Oh
just
hell!
making a stink about it because she thinks she's special or something. Well,
So
more special
apparently,
than
She
Ed
thinks
anyway.
she's special ed, all right.
Y'all didn't catch that, did y'all?
yeah, we
No,
caught it.
I
I didn't.
said I said more special than Ed anyway.
Oh,
So
thank you for
apparently,
re-saying that so I could hear that. My
so
brain is not
apparently
braining today, sorry.
No,
they've
you're
been
good. I'm in
having
the same boat.
earthquakes
What's up,
for a
Chris?
while now. They've been having earthquakes up there for a while. 5.0, 5.2, 4.7. So the one today was the biggest one.
You're talking about recently?
Yeah,
They've been having a
in the
lot?
last
Oh
couple
wow.
days. Yeah.
Oh wow.
What is it?
In Alaska?
One, two,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the smallest one was a 4.6.
Damn.
Miss
Wait,
Thing.
whose name? Who's Ann talking about?
Let me see here. Alaska is
We'll
beautiful.
find out on
It's
Sunday,
fun.
I think.
Election was on April 28th or May 5th in Canada. Wish his name was on Canada's ballot. Darn. Hmm. Yes, I agree, Elmo. We cannot have dual citizenship. You cannot have, like right now, Ben Shapiro is showing that he would rather fight for Israel than he would fight for for America.
Oh, he ain't fighting for nobody. That man ain't going into
Well,
combat.
he would.
If he
Yeah.
does, he'll try and sell something in the process. Hold on. Let me put your gun down. Let me tell you how you can get better sleep.
Ben Shapiro is fucking ridiculous.
If you're worried
Although
about
I,
U.S. Intel, I got just the product for you. If you go to ExpressVPN,
although I
which
will say, like you know the whole Jeremy thing with the Daily Wire. I
Yeah.
don't
oh
like
yeah,
Jeremy, but I like his razors. They're actually pretty damn
oh
good.
you've tried them? Okay,
Oh yeah, they're good.
I think
Did you get any of the chocolate bars?
those should
I
have been
have,
bigger.
and they suck.
They should have
I
been
They
mean,
were.
bigger.
well, yeah. I mean, it's like he's sitting here like I'm gonna compete because far right, yo, yeah, or whatever. It's like, dude, your shit's like a quarter of the size. To Jamie's point, apparently they sucked, but I mean, you've at least got to make them the same size. You
Well, it's
know?
like the way they made them and everything. It's just like they weren't good.
Oh, and they didn't make them.
I tried
They
the one
didn't
with the
make them that
almonds.
way.
Huh?
They did that. You're familiar with the quartering, right?
Jeremy,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know how he talks about how some people do their coffee, uh, basically ordering it through somebody else
Drop
and just
shipment,
slapping
yeah.
their name on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
what he did.
that's what they did for the chocolate. So that wasn't as I believe they made the razors, at least the company did. But the chocolates they outsourced it. It's just like, are you fucking retarded? If you're
Well,
trying to make a point, commit to the point. Don't half-ass it.
Yeah.
apparently Jeremy says that Jeremy Hamlin, the quartering,
Yeah.
is saying that they bought the equipment and they do all their coffee and shop.
Yeah. I used him as the example because he's described how other people do it and what's
Yeah.
different about his.
No, I mean he just said yesterday about how the group that he was going to use for doing his K cup boxes just fell through. So he just had to put like eighty
You hadn't
thousand
done that
dollars
yet?
on his. He
Oh
had
wait.
the he had the put $80,000 on his credit card to buy the equipment and stuff so they can do their own stuff at home.
I mean, respect
Damn.
to the man. If he's got $80,000 of credit line, he can use for that.
I mean, I want that much.
I mean,
I don't,
you
because
don't.
I'll never get it paid back.
Well, yeah, you
Well,
don't.
I
You
mean,
don't
I
get
want
that,
$80,000 in my account right now because I'd be chilling.
right?
I mean, that's the only thing I'm wanting is like I want to be
Could have,
chill. I don't
could
want to
have paid people
worry.
to move your stuff and unpack it afterwards.
I know. I mean, shit. I could get the fucking couches brought up here. I could get my fucking bed frame, my TV stand, and everything. I could get all the shit I actually want
Where all is it? Or is it
at
you
the
got it in
house.
storage? Oh, okay. All
That's
right.
at the
So,
house.
if you really want to have stuff delivered and you can afford to, go to Rent a Center, make them carry it up for you, and then if you can work it out and you can actually get the money together in within the 3 months, because it's always 3 months same as cash.
Yeah.
And if you can pay it off in that point, you don't have to pay off the interest, so you're only
Yeah.
paying the little bit of markup that they have on it.
Right.
And then their employees carry everything in for you and set it up and all that stuff for you.
I don't know why, but I just had this thought. I should call it Jimmy Johnson, ask him if they can move my stuff to the new house.
I do not like Jimmy
I heard
John's.
you're the fastest. They're all right.
There's no meat on them. There's no meat in the sandwich. I
That's
ordered a
because
sandwich
you
that
have
had
to order it
Yeah.
like 2
pieces of.
times, like 3 times.
What's the other one?
I ordered fireside subs.
No,
They're pretty
no.
good, but they're expensive.
Firehouse. Yes, no. They are my hands down favorite. Firehouse is. But there's another one. It's not Jimmy John's. It's basically the same as Jimmy John's, except they put more meat on their sandwiches.
Yeah, I like the first time I ever ordered for Jimmy John's. They ordered it at the business that I was working at, and I'm like, okay, I'll order one. And I ordered a
Doesn't
roast beef
bug me.
sandwich, and it comes on with 2 pieces of roast beef. I'm like, I paid how much for this? You got to be
I'm
kidding
going to
me.
Arby's. They have the meat.
All right, y'all. I got to wrap up here. I got to go. Make
Hold on.
supper
Let
and stuff.
me find this. This is gonna bug the shit out of me. I brought it up and I can't remember the damn name.
Have a good night, everybody.
Hey, thanks
You
for
too,
hanging out.
Rose.
Hopefully, we'll see you in the morning.
Jersey Mike's. That's what I was
Jersey
thinking
Mike.
of.
That's Danny DeVito's commercials.
They are actually really good.
Later.
Yeah.
So try them out. And Firehouse. Deuces, y'all.
All right. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully, you had a good time with us. Jamie, since you said about Back to the Future tonight, maybe I'll set up the movies and we'll do Back to the Future night on Discord. So, but all right, we'll see y'all later. Have a great night. You son of a. It screwed up my outro, damn it. I'm saying bye and it goes, I'm gone. All right, we'll see y'all later. Peace. We'll see you in the morning.